Welcome to Today's Intention. Today we're going to talk about the creation and the control. We're going to talk about how the game is happening when you start a match. In a match, in a rally, you have two possibilities. When you have the ball and you start with the ball, right? And when you receive the ball from the other one. So the first one doesn't have any movement, the other one has a movement. The first one, that is when you have the ball, you just has one situation, that is a serve. There is another more situation than this. And in this case, you have a lot of options that you have to decide, because you can play outside, you can play to the middle, you can play inside. Yes or no? Okay. But you have to make one option. It means when you have the ball and the ball is not in movement, you have a lot of options and you have to decide one. Okay. But when the ball is in the movement, you don't have two options. You just have one option. Because when you have two options, like straight and cross, but you have two options in mind, you lose the first one. And the second one never happened. So in tennis, when the ball is a movement, you have one option. That's why you don't have you don't need plan B, because the plan B just is happening because you don't believe in the plan A. But the people say, well, but if the plan that I have doesn't work, do I have to change? No, because you decide that. The problem is that you are acting, thinking in the possibility that you have a plan B. But if you don't have that possibility, you just go completely with your plan A. And when you have in tennis, you just have just one opportunity when the ball is a movement, when the ball is a rally. It means that you have to know where the socket go, where the serve go, and where are going the first three shots that you make. Exactly place. And that's what happened, the creation. Because when you decide something, then your mind can get the possibility to achieve that decision. In the past, I say that you have or you control or you play, or you control or you create. And I was thinking, okay, but if you set the target before it's happened, it's a form of control. But then reflecting on that, when you have when you decide the serve and the first three shots, the creation happen in the way to make those three shots in a moment. That's the creation. And then if you receive a ball number 4, then the point is already the full creation, because now you don't know how can the point is going to end. That is good. But everything starts by organization. When you get an organization of the information, in this case the decision, then you can create something. If you have a mess, it's impossible to create something, because there are not boundaries in the place that you have to go, in the place you have to create. So it means that the creation happens when you have organization of your decisions. Your decision you have to make it before the point start, not after, because after is too late. You have to know exactly the place where the ball goes, and then your mind figure out the solution to do that. Tennis is attention, and when you have more attention, you have more intention. When you have more intention, you have more actions. That's what we're looking for. So it means in tennis, you have two positions. When you serve, You have a lot of choices and you have to choose one. But when you are playing, you just have one option, not two options, not plan B. No. Why? Because otherwise you lose twice. And this is a good. So think about it, because if you don't decide your option, you're never gonna play. If you decide your option, then it's possible to create. When you organize those shots in the beginning, then it's possible to make it, to create it. And it's going to happen if you have those decisions clear in the right spot that you want. That's it. In the serve, you have a lot of options and you have to decide one. In the rally, during the point, you have just one option that you have to decide before the point starts. And like this, you always want to create, because your mind is going to find the solution to make that choice happen. I hope you like this video, and we'll see you soon. Bye.